I was under the assumption that Rittenhouse was the person who was chasing after Joseph Rosenbaum, that's how it had started. But I was wrong about that.
People on the TL really trying hard to make Rittenhouse look cringe or whatever. I promise it's okay to say you were wrong.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You said he had no case for self-defense. Did I? On the legal framing, I'm pretty sure that this kid's going to be convicted, from what I understand of the law.
And this, my friends, is why you don't jump on breaking news. You end up with your foot in your mouth, walking back all your statements at best, and at worst, trying far too hard to laugh at something purely so you could feel like you got one over on your political opposition.
If you're gonna make an argument that you acted in self-defense, there needs to be some proof that there was an imminent threat, right? And in this case, the imminent threat is the guy using the skateboard and someone kicking Rittenhouse in the face as he's on his back. Now, what really mattered to me was how all of this unfolded. What was the thing that sparked it? What started all of it? And initially, I was under the assumption that Rittenhouse was the person who was chasing after Joseph Rosenbaum, that's how it had started. But I was wrong about that, okay? So I want to correct the record. I was, in fact, wrong about that.
First, I want to give Anna some props on actually coming clean that she was wrong about this. But apart from that, how can you get something so fundamentally wrong about the situation before reporting on it? You have clearly let your bias poison your impression of breaking news. You are so desperate to prove to the public that the way you see Republicans is actually who they are. At least you aren't as bad as Hasan.
Let's get started with Kyle Rittenhouse crying. Kyle Rittenhouse, as Rittenhouse begins to describe Rosenbaum running towards him, breaks down on the stand. The judge had to call for a 10-minute break.
People right there.
Bro, let me just say something, okay? First of all, this kid's a demon, straight up. One, I said this last year when this event took place. Obviously, he's like a piece of shit. I mean, he's a gigantic piece of shit. He's a murderer. He will most likely get away with it. It is what is known as a legal kill. Imagine risking your life for someone else's property. I mean, he wasn't even like technically risking his life. He was trying to get a legal kill. Like, that's what he was trying to do, and he got it. This is what happens when you get a fucking legal kill. Except the problem is everyone is also turning him into a hero. So this is like the greatest thing that could have happened to like internet conservatives, because this is their fantasy. This is like the psychopathic, bloodthirsty fantasies that they've all had.
If you truly think that's a common Republican fantasy, I think that says a lot more about your ability as a political commentator than it does about Republicans as a whole. That's probably something you should work on.
This was a performance for the jury. Towards the end of his breakdown, just before the break, when Rittenhouse should have been the most distraught, he was glancing over to the jury with very calm eyes. Here's the clip of him looking at the jury. It's 100 times better. Bro, that's hilarious, dude. Okay, dude.
Let me get this straight. You found Dave Chappelle's special unfunny and cruel, but you find this absolutely hilarious? Clearly, you have a sound moral foundation. Let's pop on over to Vaush and see how he's taking the situation.
I can't speak much to the legal specifics here, because as I said, I have not watched the trial. The trial doesn't interest me that much. What interests me is a fight against the broader culture that allowed Kyle Rittenhouse to exist. I've seen some people were spamming this in chat. Shu, as always, finding a way to take a reasonable talking point and making it stupid. People on the TL really trying hard to make Rittenhouse look cringe or whatever. I promise it's okay to say you were wrong. You were wrong with your takes a few months ago. Which takes? You said he had no case for self-defense. Did I? Now, it's entirely possible I said that, but I feel like I remember, even back like the day that Rittenhouse saying that my arguments were mostly moral, but that that whether or not it could actually get off for self-defense is defensible. I did? I did what? On the legal framing, I'm pretty sure that this kid's going to be convicted, from what I understand of the law.
Well, that's a little awkward. It seems like maybe you should take Shu's advice on the situation instead of saying she's making the position look dumb. 'Cause the one looking dumb right now surely isn't Shu. I could tell you that much, at least regarding this situation.
I know that if he gets exonerated on the self-defense stuff, that all the DGGers are going to be like, hey, you said, but because they don't, even Destiny didn't understand the argument that I was making.
So there it is. Now we know exactly why you've been straying away from the subject so much after more details arose. You were wrong, and you just don't want to admit it. I think if Anna from the Young Turks can do it, so can you. I can't believe Destiny lives so rent-free in your guys' heads. So much so that you're willing to let it control what you have to say about the subject purely just so you don't have to deal with his chat roasting you. I think Shu and Anna have the right take regarding this situation. It's okay to admit you are wrong every once in a while. Pivoting, deflecting, and making jokes just makes you look spineless in the end. Anyway, what do you guys think about the left's reaction to what's going on regarding the Rittenhouse trial? Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna be testing a few different ideas for short form content like this video here, so be sure to let me know what is hitting and what isn't. I need something to fill the gaps between my larger docu-style content. So let me know what you guys think or if you have any ideas. Anyway guys, till next time.